Hey, it's Jess. Welcome back. Today I'm here with another Way Back Wednesday video where I'll be talking about the books that I finished in April of 2020. And looking at my Goodreads, I finished 3 books this month, which, even though I didn't have a lot going on because we were all stuck in our homes, I think I was playing a lot of Animal Crossing, and so I didn't get as much reading done as I normally would have. But I'm still very proud of the 3 books that I finished. So, 2 of those books, as I said in my last video, were the last 2 Vampire Academy books. And so the first of those is Vampire Academy number 5, which was Spiritbound. And this one follows Rose, who has been to Siberia to find Dimitri. She has found Dimitri and has actually being held captive by him, but she escapes, goes back to St. Vladimir's, which is the Vampire Academy from the books, and she's a student again and trying to navigate her life, but she thinks that there is a way to cure Dimitri because remember he was turned into a Strigoi, which is the bad vampires. And so she goes on a quest to figure out if she can restore him back to being a Dhampir instead of being a Strigoi. I really liked this one, and I'm pretty sure I had not read this one before. There was a lot that went into it. If I did read it, I didn't read all of it, and I didn't remember it. But I thought the story in this one was really good. I just love Rose and Dimitri, and I love their relationship. I love all the other extra characters in this series too, and I felt like this was a good way to ramp everything up and kind of get the story going and almost to the peak because there's only one book in the Vampire Academy series left after this. And that book is The Last Sacrifice, which what had happened at the end of the 5th book is the vampire queen Tatiana had been murdered, and Rose had been accused of murdering her because she was killed with Rose's stake. And so there is a trial. Rose is held on trial. Something about Lissa where she is the last remaining Dragomir, which is her family line, but it turns out that she has a long lost relative, and so there's also people going out to try to find her long lost relative so that she can come back and Lissa can be queen over Tatiana now that she's dead. And I thought that this was a really good ending to the series. I enjoyed reading it. Again, I enjoy the characters in these books. They're fun. I mean, they're definitely YA, but I liked the whole arc through the whole thing. I wouldn't mind going back and reading them again because they're fun books for me to read. And yeah, I thought it wrapped up very well. And although this is the last book in the Vampire Academy series, Rochelle Mead did write another series in this world called Bloodlines. And I have read the first one of those. That'll be in a video. I can't remember if it's in May or June, but that'll be in a video later this, one of my later videos where I get to talk about that. The last book I read in April of 2020 was To All the Boys I've Loved Before, P.S. I Still Love You. So it is the second book in the To All the Boys I've Loved Before series by Jenny Han. And I had seen the movie To All the Boys I Loved Before and loved it. I still go back and watch that movie because I don't know, I just love it so much. And so I started reading the books and I read the second one during this month. And so what happens is in the first book, To All the Boys I've Loved Before, we are following Laura Jean, who is half American, half Korean. And as she grew up, she's talking about how she loved 5 boys in her life. And she wrote them a letter each time she fell in love. And then her letters end up getting sent out when they weren't supposed to be. And so one of the boys that she wrote a letter to was Peter Kavinsky, who is having trouble with his girlfriend, and they broke up. And so he and Laura Jean decide to fake date to try to get Peter's girlfriend back. And they end up falling in love, basically, because it's a YA romance story. So, of course, they're going to fall in love. So the second book follows Laura Jean, and she is working at a senior center for like community service for her college applications. And one of the other boys that she fell in love with was John Ambrose McLaren, and he shows up out of the blue and is also working at this senior center. And so a lot of the book is she spends time with him. Peter gets jealous that she's spending so much time with John Ambrose. Does she love Peter? Does she love John Ambrose? Can you love two people at once? You know, typical 16-year-old teenage drama. But I still really like it. I enjoy it. I haven't read these books again, but I have watched the movies several times. I do remember that I read the third book, and I'll talk about that in a future video. I didn't like it as much as I liked this one, or as I liked the first book. So, anyway, I feel like I had a pretty good reading month in April of 2020. Some books that I'd like to go back and revisit, and I want to know, have you read any of these books? What did you think? All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.